Yes, children, I am reading this part once again. I am okay. I have got a reason for everything. I am going to be Vincent Charles Gerard C. I have got to know what he talks like. Now I know that posh stuff comes easy. That means the way you talk. I can learn that way of talking, that style of talking easily. This is Mr. V.C. Gerard speaking. And that's not all. Now take a look at me. Now the intruder says that I will not only learn how to talk like you, I will also learn how to look like you. I will change my appearance completely. I will change my identity completely. Gerard, you are not particularly decorative. That means you are not a person who can so easily change yourself. Intruder, no, well, that goes for you too. I have only got to wear specs and I'll be enough like you to get away with it. He says, no, I am very clever. I am very clever, and only if I wear specs like you, I will start looking like you. Gerard, what about your clothes? They'll let you down if you are not careful. So he is giving him a warning, he is cautioning him by saying that if you will not dress up like me, then you will get caught easily. Intruder, that will all be right. Yours will fit me fine. Intruder, that will all be right. He is saying, he is convincingly saying to Gerard that I will do everything. You don't worry. I will dress up like you. I will speak like you. I will start looking like you. Yours will fit me fine. He says that your clothes will fit me very well. So you don't worry about my clothes. Gerard, that is extremely interesting. But you seem to miss the point of my remark. I said you were luckier than most melodramatic villains. It was not a tribute to your intelligence. You won't kill me for a very good reason. Now he is saying that you should not be very happy that you are delaying your end of your life. You should not feel very lucky about it. You should not feel that I am commenting you, I am giving you a good remark by saying that you are luckier than the most melodramatic villains. You won't kill me for a very good reason. Gerard is telling him that you will not be able to kill me without a proper reason. Intruder, so that's what you think. He is challenging him. He is saying that, oh, you think that way, that I will not be able to kill you without a proper reason. That's the way you think. Gerard, you let me go, and thank God you didn't shoot sooner. Intruder, come on, what's on your mind? Better be quick. This conversation bores me. Now the intruder is trying to hurry up. He is not in a mood to waste any moment because the police is after his life. The cops are chasing him. So he wants that he should get rid of Gerard as soon as possible and take his name, take his identity. Gerard, your idea is to elude the police by killing me. Elude means to escape from the police by killing me and taking on my identity. Intruder, yes, I like the idea. Gerard, but are you sure it's going to help you? Intruder, now listen here. I have got this all planned. I did a job in town. Things went wrong and I killed a cop. Since then, I have done nothing but dodge. Dodge means escaping here, escaping there, running here, running there, fooling the police. He is saying that you don't worry, I have everything planned in my mind. I had once killed a cop and after that I have done nothing but running here and there, escaping from the police, fooling the police and saving myself. Gerard, and this is where dodging has brought you. He is asking him that running here and there, escaping from the police has brought you here in my house. Intruder, It brought me to Aylesbury. That's where I saw you in the car. Two other people saw you and started to talk. I listened. It looks like you are a bit queer. Queer means you are a bit odd. Kind of a mystery man. The intruder is saying that you look a little bit odd. He is saying this to Gerard, that you don't look like an ordinary person. You are a bit odd. You are a strange man. You are a kind of a mystery man. You are a mystery to be solved. Gerard, a mystery which I propose to explain. Gerard is saying that, oh, I am a mystery for you. I will explain this mystery. I will explain everything to you. Intruder, disregarding him. He is not paying attention to what Gerard has said. You phone your orders and sometimes you go away suddenly and come back just the same. Those are just the things I want to do. Hearing about you was one of my luckiest breaks. Now, intruder is saying that I have come to know everything. What kind of a person are you? You go somewhere without informing anybody, then all of a sudden you come back, you meet very rare people, you you order things on your phone, you don't prefer to meet people, sometimes you go away from your house suddenly, then sometimes you come back into your house suddenly. Nothing is planned. You don't plan anything, you don't plan things, and you don't do things in a planned manner. This is the way I also want to do things. I want to do things as you are doing, in the most unplanned manner. Why? Because when he will not plan out anything, he will move out of the house suddenly, he will come in the house suddenly, there will be no fixed date, no fixed time, then he will be able to dodge the police. Hearing about you was one of my luckiest breaks. He says that I felt very happy when I came to know that I am going to meet a person like you, because you are a person who don't meet others. You are not a social human being. You don't like to meet others. You are very, you keep things in, you can say, you don't disclose your secrets. You try to hide everything within yourself. You try to keep your secrets within yourself. So this is the way I will also do. I will take your identity completely and I will completely copy what you are doing. Gerard, apparently you haven't the intelligence to ask why I am invested in this cloak of mystery. Cloak of mystery here means in this air of mystery. That means Gerard is saying to the intruder, you don't have the intelligence to ask why I lead such a mysterious life, why I don't mix up with people, why I don't prefer to meet people, why I don't prefer to tell people when I will come back to my house, when I will go somewhere out of the house, why I keep everything secretly, why do I maintain so much of secrecy. You don't understand, you don't have so much of intelligence to understand why I am such a mysterious person. Intruder, preparing to shoot. As I said before, this conversation bores me. Gerard, don't be a fool. If you shoot, you will hang for sure. If not as yourself, then as Vincent Charles Gerard. So Gerard is saying that if you will kill me, you will not be spared. You will be hanged in any case. Either you will be hanged as the intruder or you will be hanged as Vincent Charles Gerard. Intruder, what is this? Gerard, this is your big surprise. I said you wouldn't kill me and I was right. Why do you think I am here today and gone tomorrow? Never see tradespeople. You say my habits would suit you. You are a crook. Do you think I am a Sunday school teacher? Sunday school teacher here refers to an honest man. Now Gerard is making things more complicated. He is asking him why you have never thought that why I don't meet people, why I don't meet tradespeople, why I don't tell when will I be in my house, when will I go back. Do you think I'm an honest man? I'm going to tell you all my secrets. Do you think I'm a Sunday school teacher? I'm an honest man. The game's up as far as I am concerned. That means now your game is over. Things went wrong with me. I said it with bullets and got away. I said it with bullets and got away. That means I had a revolver in my hand. Unfortunately, they got one of my men and found things the fool should have burnt. Today I am expecting trouble. My bag is packed, ready to clear off. There it is. So Gerard is also in a mood to run away from that place, escape from that place, because he has also done something wrong and he doesn't want to be caught. Intruder. It's a bag, all right, and this is a gun, all right. What's all this? Gerard. That's a disguise outfit. False mustaches and what not. Now, do you believe me? Now Gerard is saying that he has disguised himself completely. The mustaches are also false, the outfit is also false, and he has disguised himself. Intruder. I don't know. Gerard, for God's sake, clear that muddled head of yours. Muddled head means confused. Here it means untidy. Untidy here actually does not mean untidy. It means confused. I don't know. For God's sake, clear that muddled head of yours and let's go. Come with me in a car. In the car. I can use you. If you find it's a frame, you have got me in the car and you are still got your gun. Okay, so Gerard is saying that I am about to escape. You can also join me. You can also sit in my car and run with me. If you think that I am lying with you, then I am there in the car and you have your gun. You can shoot me. If you find it's a frame, you have got me in the car and you have still got your gun. Intruder. Maybe you are right. Now the intruder is trying to believe Gerard. Gerard, then don't waste time. Goes and picks up hat and bag. Intruder. Careful, boss. I am watching you. The intruder is watching Gerard's every movement very carefully because he does not want him to run away. Gerard. I have got a man posted on the main road. He'll ring up if he sees the police, but I don't want to leave. Telephone bell rings. Come on, they are after us. They stands for the police. Through here, straight to the garage. Now, Gerard is telling the way to the intruder through which way they should run. Intruder. How do I know that you are telling the truth? Now the intruder is not ready to believe Gerard blindly. Gerard. Oh, don't be a fool. Look for yourself. Gerard opens door and steps away. Intruder leans forward to inspect it, with his side towards Gerard, but with the revolver ready. As he turns his head, Gerard gives him a push into the cupboard, knocking the revolver out of his hand. He slams the door and locks it, picks up the revolver and goes to the phone, where he stands with the gun pointed at the cupboard. See how tactfully did Gerard lock the intruder in a cupboard and took his revolver from him. Intruder. Let me out of here. Gerard. Hello. Yes, speaking. Sorry, I can't let you have the props in time for rehearsal. I have had a spot of bother. Quite amusing. I have had a spot of bother. That means I have had somebody who was troubling me a little bit. But he is quite amusing. I think I'll put it in my next play. Listen, can you tell our friend the sergeant to come up here at once? You will probably find him in the public bar. So, in the end, what did we see? The intruder was locked in the cupboard And Gerard is calling a sergeant so that he could hand the intruder over to the police. So in this way the play comes to an end. Finally the intruder was caught. He is still there, locked up in the cupboard. Thank you, children.